Hey everyone, this is Quakeman. I know I haven't uploaded a video like I did for the other days. I only did Thursday at one particular day. Well, you know what? This is going to be a recap of the Friday and the Saturday and today, which is Sunday. I don't know how long it's going to be. I'm actually... Where's my watch? There you are. I'm going to time this. I got 35 minutes on this camera with this. Not only that, I'm a little worried that my battery's not going to sustain enough for the entire recording. Well, we'll see what happens. I got a lot to go through because this entire convention was absolutely amazing to me. I actually went through every single one of the days. Because if you remember last year, I didn't know it started on Thursday. I went on Friday and Saturday. Didn't really do any of the panels. I went to one panel, which was with one of the Ghost Hunters Internationals about horror movies. But that was it. I didn't really do anything else. I didn't have much money, so I couldn't buy anything. And yeah, so I was really, really happy to go. But I only went 2 days because then I got sick on Sunday and I couldn't go. But I went to every single one of the day. I went Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We left the house pretty much early in the morning. But however, I think on Saturday and Sunday we kind of left a little later. We didn't get to the convention until like 11 or 12, which is fine. I mean, I like to get there at least before 10, but you know, it happens, you know. But in no particular order at all, though. I'm going to be discussing a lot of subjects here. Some of it is going to be a kind of a replug from last year. If you haven't seen it, I'll just probably look it up on my channel. It's Phoenix Comic Con 2013. A lot of it's going to probably be a replug from a bunch of people I met from last year, and a lot of it is actually going to be kind of a new plug from this year. And what makes me feel really bad is a lot of this that I don't know 100% about. A lot of it is just based on my experience, my thoughts, and everything like that. And it's up to you guys if you're interested in it. That's kind of why I put the stuff, the titles in the videos, and then as well as I put them in the description, so you guys can check out the stuff like like I talked about on Thursday, the webcomic Slightly Damned and everything else like that. Which speaking of Slightly Damned, do I have the hold on. I guess I don't have it up here. Or maybe it's up. Oh well. I was going to show the title, the title card, so you guys can at least see this, so you can have a general idea before going to the website. But if you have not seen the Thursday video, again, I'll probably put an annotation link in the video. It depends on how mindful I am right now. And that's the same thing. I'm kind of exhausted a little bit. I'm kind of out of the loop and stuff like that, and I think I should have just gotten water, but you know what? I got this with me. This will be enough water for now. So let me go ahead and drink this. Okay. So the first one I kind of want to replug from last year was Skullastic. I got to see him from Skullastic, and I'm going to make this very clear. I feel really bad. Like, it was great to see him on all 4 of the days. It was great to talk to him. It was great to give him a hug, see his business boom even better. I feel really bad that I don't even know his name. I feel so bad, but he is really awesome. I love the stuff he does. And what was awesome this year was he was doing a custom notebook thing where you could choose, like, your own, like a comic book thing, or line, paper, planner, or whatever, and then you get to choose your cover, as well as your own spine, and there was a bunch of different colors you can get for the spine. And it was really awesome that you could do this, because you could do all this for $5. That is a good deal. Now, I'm not sure if he does that on his actual website, but when he did it at the convention, it was so awesome. I thought it was really cool. I didn't get one myself. I'm not going to college. I don't really need a notebook, but the stuff he has is really cool. I have to say. I don't know if any of you saw the stuff from last year, but I'll put the website down below for this year as well. Come on, there we go. So Skullastic is really awesome, and I'm very happy to see the guy who owns it and everything. Okay. Next one I want to talk about is Red Nebula Studios. If you guys remember, I talked about last year, and their webcomic, Planes of Eldlor. It was great to see them again. I was very happy to see them both. And if you guys remember, I talked about how they had an exclusive thing from last year, which was a red dragon on a cactus. This year they had, I think it was a sand dragon on top of a wall, and it was very beautiful in design. What was really nice is she told me that there wasn't, I guess, if my information is wrong, I feel really bad because I don't want to put words that probably weren't said or something. But I guess a lot of it didn't sell like quickly like last year's did. So she told me she may have a few copies left, and she was going to be really nice to give me one for free. And that's really nice. I feel kind of bad because they really deserve the money, but they normally $20. But she was really nice to give it to me. But the sad part is, I can't show it on camera, and it's not because of some stupid reason. I forgot it. And I feel really bad because it may be gone forever. I feel so terrible. And I feel like an idiot because she gave that to me for free. And I forgot it. I had it in my hand. I went with some old friends of mine. We were in a parking garage. And then I walked back into the hotel, the Hyatt Hotel, where I met up with a particular person, which I'll talk about in a minute when I get to him, helping him, carrying his stuff over to the hotel, and I don't know what happened from there. I feel like I accidentally put that down right in front of him, and then I walked away, or I went upstairs to the second floor to another section, which is another person I'll talk about in a second, and I left it with him. I called the hotel, Lost and Found, to see if they can find it, and they have not responded to me yet, so I'm not sure if they found it or not, or anything like that. And if I did leave it up there, it could be a lost cause. But maybe there's some good chance that these people I might talk about actually do have it. We'll see what happens. But I'm so pissed off at myself that I forgot it. But that's what happens when something so big is so easy to just kind of forget when I'm so used to just putting them in my bag. So, but Red Nebula Studios is there again, and I also got 2 pins of theirs. Here they are. I got 2 pins. One was obviously the I Heart Dragons, and this one, he's cute, adorable. The baby dragon with a teddy bear that's on fire. Very, very adorable stuff, and I was really happy to get them. Next person is Jeff Bott, was back down there, and it was really awesome that he remembered my name. I know this is a stupid assumption to think about, but I'm always used to like people who go to conventions or are really popular with web blogs were like not remember you much or anything. But no, he remembered me, and it was really awesome. And I wanted to buy his webcomic there. I just didn't have enough money by the end of the convention, and it's fine. I can get it another time. It's not the end of the world. He still sells them. But it was really great to see him and stuff like that. And I feel like I kind of bugged him because I went to his booth like once a day to talk about all these different things. And he's a really awesome person. So I was really happy to talk to him and everything. And he had a T-shirt I really wanted, but I didn't have money either. And because since I'm now a reader for him, he actually gave me a reader pin. And then the last person I want to talk about, and the reason this is the last person is mainly because this is where the most items I got from him. So if you guys remember, I talked about a guy, and I hope I pronounced his name correctly, Benjamin Glendenning. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. I hope I said that correctly. If you guys remember, if that name's not familiar, I also said the name Skulljammer. That was the guy I talked about in my last video, and about the comic that he was showing off called Tin Star Text. Well, this year, I actually got the comic. They were $5 each, and I was able to get them. So we have here Tin Star Text. Now, this is the first issue, and then the second issue. And then not only that, I had them signed by Benjamin himself, as well as the cover artist, for both of them. And they're both different. This person is named, I think this is John. and this one is Val. I think that's John. It looks like a John. Now, I've read through both of these issues, and I got these Saturday. Yeah, I got these Saturday, and then I read them on the when I was heading up there on Sunday, and wow, just wow. This is amazing, in my opinion. It's very hard for me to find out about, like, printed comics and even web comics. It's something I have to find over time. But I don't want to give away what happens in these issues, because I want people who want to read them enjoy them themselves. But the story he puts into this is remarkable, and the artwork he did is just wow. Here, I'll go to the first page to kind of show it a little bit. So yeah, that's 10-star text. They were $5 each, and it was so awesome. I think this is the coolest thing I've ever read, and what really sucked is when I finished the second book, I'm like, I want more! I want more! But, yeah, so I actually got the 10-star textbooks, and I can't wait for him to come up with a third one whenever he does. And whenever he does, I'll definitely pick it up immediately. So, yeah. So, finally got this the 10-star text from Skulljammer, and it was really awesome. And I believe that is all the people I need to do. Oh, wait, no, here's the card for Slightly Damned. Here we go. This is the business card. Whoops, and I immediately dropped it trying to flip it around. So, and then here's also a sheet of stickers. Okay. So, I believe that is all the Replugg people I need to talk about from last year. Because Brad Snyder wasn't there this year from All's Fair Media. I didn't see. I mean, he maybe was. I just didn't see him, and I feel kind of bad because he has really good artwork. But I guess that's all I can remember. So I'll put those over there. So the next one I'm going to talk about is, speaking of 10-star text and the cover artists, and actually I feel like I should not have thrown that over there. So the first thing I want to talk about is the person who did this cover art is also working on this. It's called Dead Ringer. Oh, jeez. I think I drink too much water. Now, if I remember correctly, I feel like I'm going to butcher this. Okay, yeah, okay, if I butcher this, I'm very sorry. I'm going by what I'm trying to remember. I believe Brian is the writer, and John D. West is the artist. I think. I'm just trying to. I hope I got that correct. But it's the comic's called Dead Ringer, and this is a little preview of it that they have right here. It cost me about, I think it was like $2, and they show the color version, and then they also show a black and white version to kind of like show the difference and everything. And based on the first couple of pages, because it's only like here. You have this, and then this. That's all it is. But it has a lot of good emotion from it for just those pages, even though there's no dialogue, and it's very impressive. Now, right here I have this gigantic synopsis thing, and I want to read all of it, but I think I'm just going to read the synopsis down here. It says, Dead Ringer tells the competitive story of Chicago native Katie Bailey, a recent returned veteran of the conflict in Afghanistan, who wakes up abruptly to the news that she had been brutally murdered by a monstrous attacker the night before. There's her picture in the morning newspaper. There's the victor name, her name, but since Kate is very much alive, how is this possible? The mystery that spins from a central question will lead Quake down a twisted labyrinth of dark secrets, mystical power and political corruption, relentless spirits, and more horrific murders. Deep menace haunts Kate's every step, but she will find the answers, however light-shattering they prove to be. And yeah, like that's not what I gathered, but that's much better actually. Almost close actually. But so that's going to be Dead Ringer. I would believe yeah. So I think that's all I can really say. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, I'll make sure to put a link and everything down below for you guys to look at. It's very interesting. I was really happy to pick this up because I'm always curious to see what people do in comics. I'm very slow with the Substack. I know I'm not the best person to do so. I know people like Linkara is probably the better person to go at the comics. But I still am curious about things, and I still like media as it is. So that is Dead Ringer. And the next person is the person who did this cover art, which is, trying to pronounce her name here. This is actually better over here. Val Hochberg. Really hope I didn't butcher that name. So she did the cover of this, but she also has a webcomic that I actually checked out, and I actually have it loaded up. Went to read it for just a little bit. Called Mystery Babylon. But the website is called kitgirl.com, and there's a dash in front of you, can see it. And there's kind of a panel that kind of explains part of it. I've read about 10 pages, and I'm very impressed with the writing styles and how it's set up. Again, I don't want to say much to give it away for your own curiosity, but I really like this. Another webcomic that I'm actually enjoying. So yeah. So there's that. Moving on to the next one. Actually, I'm going to do that story next. Okay. This is not really big person to plug, but there was a booth that was selling games. I don't remember exactly what the booth was called, but I was able to pick up these games. Piano 3, Splinter Cell, and 007 Age Under Fire. So I was really happy to pick these up for a good price, so I'm going to be playing those a little bit later. Okay, this one I want to talk about because I think a lot of people may be interested in some of these things, but if you're a super judgmental, then just go away, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, because these people do a really good job with it. So these people are called UATDV. They have a YouTube channel, UAT Digital Video, where they've done two fan films, one called Red Sand, which is a Mass Effect fan film, and one called, I think it's called Change of Heart, but with H-A-R-T, which is a Borderlands fan film. Now, I have yet to see those, but I've seen previews, and I've seen some footage of how they made it, and it looks quite remarkable for these guys that are working on this. But they did give me a DVD of one of their short films, which the title has to my knowledge, has no relations to the video game, but it is called Fallout. I actually have it on my TV. I don't know if you can see it. I just watched it. It's about 20 minutes long, and I actually want more. I actually want more behind it. But for what they did, it's very impressive for what these guys have done. Really good production time, good acting, and pretty much these guys can go very far if they keep working hard at it. So, yeah, I'll put a link down below for their YouTube channel. You guys can check out those two short films, and all that stuff. And then there's this. So, yeah. What else do I got to show? Because I got two more. I got like 3 more or 4. God, what's my timer? About 20 minutes. Okay. I'll leave that alone. Okay, so this one I want to show off is Fez-O-Rama. It's a Fez hat company, and if you can somehow, I'm gonna hold it as still as I can, but if you can somehow scan that through my video, that would be amazing. But they make a bunch of different crazy hat Fez stuff. And the only one I wanted was a Cthulhu one, but they have a lot of designs on it, so you can guys go check it out if you really like Fez hats or just like fancy stuff. Okay, I was gonna do that, but I don't think I'll show it up really quickly. So there's these guys I met. I believe the company is called Vortex, and they do audio. They do like audio stories and stuff. And I believe here, let me go grab this. There right here. I believe they're the ones who also did something on here. Hold on. Oh no, it's BBC Official. Okay, never mind. Thought it was. But they're the guys who do like the audiobook story versions. Because you have the TV show ones, and then you also have like the audiobooks ones. But they gave me these, and I went through them, and it's pretty cool what these guys do. I didn't stay for the panel because I only stayed for the panel for Tara Strong, which I may upload that entire video when I was at her panel. Only about half of it was recorded, but I'll try to post the entire thing later up and stuff like that. It's not good. It's a bit shaky. I don't have a tripod for the entire event, so excuse me for that. But yeah. I'm going to end it off with that one over there, but the next one I want to talk about. Now, for any of you who are very avid board gamers, I don't know how many of the people who watch my stuff are the people who are going to be watching this. If you are avid people who like die games, D&D, Pathfinder, Munching Quest, there's a bunch out there, if you like stuff like that, you also like card games like Magic the Gathering or maybe Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't know. This was a game that I found on the second floor of the Hyatt building. And they gave me this card, which is not, I can't really say it's like the official card, because there's no way you can use this, but it's more of a kind of just an ad card. But it is called War Commander. And this is an example of what the card is supposed to look like. Now, I met these guys once, but it was around the time when like I walked into it and I had other things to do first, so I didn't really get to play test it. But today, just before the game section was closing down, I did actually get to play test it with the I'm dropping things today. Raymond, that was his name. Yeah, I was playtesting it with Raymond with the game. Now, I'll try to explain it as best as possible. It's really hard to do with visualizations. But basically, you have a deck of cards, and then you have 6 units. You can only... well, actually, no, more specifically, you have 1 commander and 5 units. This is your creature attack thing, basically. The board is set up, I think it's 6 by 7, I think, if I remember that correctly. And within the, from 3 to 6, you can place your units anywhere on the board, and same thing with them. And then the middle, the one section in the middle is completely, you can't put your units there because it's supposed to be a fair playing field. You have a commander that is like basically your king, so you don't want to have the king destroyed if you're like playing chess. And then you have other units. Now you have either a grunt who is kind of just like there to be there as a protector. You have, I think it's called infantrymen, which is pretty much an average one. They're very, they're basically weak, is what they listed as, but there's many different kinds that's supposed to be there, but they're just basically infantrymen. You have snipers who are allowed to attack, because everyone can only attack here. They can only attack in front or the side or that sort of thing. They can't do a diagonal, and they can only do one space. But the precision people, or what I like to call snipers sometimes, they can attack 2 spaces, and they can attack diagonal because that is 2 spaces. But they're also kind of weak unless you upgrade them. You have the vehicles, which can move 2 spaces a turn, which I'll get to that. And you have heroes, which are like the big beaster people, but you don't really want to lose them. Think of them as queens in chess. And then I think the next one is then commander, which is like the person you don't want to die. The objective in War Commander is to kill the commander to win the game. Now, I'm trying my best to go through the information that's fresh to my mind, but I'm probably not going to be able to detail everything, because there's a lot. But in the game, each character that I just list has an attack power, and a defense, and a hit points. Now, in the game, when you attack someone, you have to go through the defense before you even damage their hit points. And their defense, is recharged, or whatever term you want to think about, after every battle. But their hit points don't, and you have to heal those back. But what's also cool is when you attack someone, you and your opponent roll a 6 die. Depending on what you roll, depends on what gets added to your attack power or defense, depending on who's attacking and who's defending. This is awesome. To me, I love this. It really levels the playing field. Instead of someone's like, oh, my attack power is 13, so I'm going to win. It's like, well, if the person is let's say their defense is 10, they roll 6, you roll 2, they've locked it. So I really like that sort of aspect to the system, is the whole rolling aspect. And you have to drop their hit points to 0 to kill them. There's no way to revive them back or anything like that. So the objective is to get the War Commander, but there's 6 people you have to choose from. You also have upgrades that you can put onto units, and those upgrades will tell you if it's only for just the grunts, infantrymen, snipers, vehicles, heroes, or commanders, or if it's only for a specific race, which there's 3. I forget the pronunciation of 2 of them. I know one starts with a D and the other one starts with like G. And then you have the humans, which are gray. So you have purple, gray, and orange. And it will light up with that as well to tell you, oh, you can put this on any grunt, but it can only be on, for when it comes to infantryman, it can only be on human infantryman. I hope that makes sense. And not only that, each upgrade either has a gold or a silver star or both. And what this means is that you can only put upgrades on them that with one silver and 1 gold. So you either can put 1 silver and 1 gold upgrade on 1 unit, or a card that has gold and silver on 1 unit, and that's it. That's the only upgrades you can do. There's also spell cards that can either allow you to move a unit 2 spaces, or heal a specific race, infantry person thing, a certain amount, or give you certain bonuses and everything. Now, when you do attack someone, you can play a defense card if you're being attacked, or an attack card if you're attacking someone. These usually can give you bonuses to help defend against yourself. Usually can give you, oh, this will give you a +3 attack for just this attacking, or a +3 defense during this defense, and then you roll and blah blah blah. And all of this is amazing. Now, what they've told me, they've been working on this for 2 years, and they're going to be doing a Kickstarter around, I think they said June or July. I'll have their website in the description, of course. You guys check it out. If you think this is your thing, definitely go for it. I'm definitely going to be paying my money for this once I have a job, if I can. I really love stuff like this. I know I love video games, but any sort of game-wise, I enjoy. I really love it, and I think it's really great if you have friends together. So if you like what I talked about the best I could with War Commander, I definitely recommend you guys check it out. It is awesome, and the people I met are even greater. So I'll close it with that. So there we go. What's my timer right now? Okay. I'm going to turn this camera off, and I'll be back in a second, and then we're going to record the next one, because I think the next one I'm going to talk about is going to take longer than 6 minutes. So I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Now I pretty much have all the time I can to talk about this, and because I wanted to be on the safe side about this, because I wasn't sure if it was going to take about like maybe 12 minutes, because I got a lot to say about this person, and I hope he really likes what I have to say. And I hate to be a person who tries to talk about who is the best person, because everyone was amazing. Everyone was so fantastic there. Benjamin Skulljammer, he was great. The people at Nebula Studios, that was awesome. Jeff Bott, great. The people I saw from all these types of booths that I've talked to, the people I've met at Comic-Con and many of the panels, and the people I'm talking to right now, It's really hard for me to I hate to be the person like that, but I have to say, the best person I probably have ever met at this convention has to be Ryan Smith. And if you don't know who this is, that's fine. I'm going to tell you who he is. He's a person that I've met at this convention. I had no idea about this, but for some reason, I've actually read this book. Or not book, more like the comic. And I was very surprised that I read it once, but I don't know what happened. Like, I remember it posted on some website, but that was it. And now, since I know what it was, I got the first and second book, and I am hooked. I love the story. I love the ingenious that he has done with these. And I recommend anyone who may be interested in what I'm going to talk about to go look it up. Obviously the link will be in the description. I definitely recommend to look it up and read this comic. If you like it, awesome. If not, that's fine. Not everyone has to like my own tastes. But I'll actually show it. But I want to show the business card. The comic he makes is called Accursed Dragon. This is his business card. Okay. Right here is volume 1. This is volume 1 of his comic. This is what it looks like, if you guys can see it. Okay. The story is basically that Coven, the main character, has been cursed for about 122 years, and he's trying to find a way to get himself human. Throughout that time, he's on this adventure with Ron, and also having to deal with a bunch of these evil adversaries over time. Don't want to spoil it too much. Don't want to give out too much names of the evil people. But the progression of everything is very awesome. And what I also like, and I kind of don't want to say it much, but I kind of am spoiling, not really the story, but how he does this. It's a very interesting comedic tone, but very serious, if that makes sense. But what I love about it is how almost every end panel of the page is something just hilariously funny that just ends it off very well and makes you just go to the next one and the next one and the next one. And the way he does this is so great. Even though there's no chapter breaks that looks like in here, I love how it progresses. I like the characters they meet, how story goes on, how each character gets involved, each town they have to deal with, and all this other stuff. It is so awesome. And I'm actually almost done with volume 2. I'm like halfway done. And then I'm gonna be going on the website to read, to continue reading it until I'm done and have to wait for updates, which is fine with me. It's just like I can't stop reading. I really love what Ryan Smith has done. So this is volume 1. But I want to show you something else. So when I talked to him, he was very nice enough to let me pay for the first one for $10, and normally they were $15. And then not only that, he asked me, do you want me to draw something in it? This is what I asked him to draw. Right here is obviously Coven, and then this is my dragon self. I love this. This looks absolutely amazing, and I love this. And I hope I can I have my mom scan this and stuff like that, so I can upload it to my Facebook and all that crap. But I love this. I was so happy to see this, and I was so happy to see him draw this in real time. It was so awesome. I have a picture somewhere of him drawing it and everything. This is great. I'm gonna really cherish this for a long time. But it's really awesome with the progression. I love the art style to it. Ryan Smith has done a great job with this. The next one is the volume 2, obviously, and there's this one. Looks a little bit better. Now, if I remember correctly, the website version is colored, but these ones are black and white, which is fine with me. Color and black and white doesn't matter. As much as you're able to read and differentiate, I don't care if it's color or not. This is the second one. A little bit more interesting detail and color style. I still like both of them, regardless of how they are. Now, I asked for him to draw something else again. This time, this one is funny. I don't know if you can see it because I don't have one of those cameras where the screen's on the side. But basically, it's Coven with me on top of him, trying to make him as pissed off as I can. But again, these two I'm going to really cherish for a very long time. Rand Smith is an amazing person. I loved to meet him, even though I didn't know him in the beginning. But he was an amazing person. I was so happy to meet someone like that, and I love this. But like I said, this is where I am so far. Anyways, but I'm not done yet. I talked to him a little bit more and everything. And then on Sunday, since everything was closing down, I saw him, you know, carrying a bunch of stuff around him and everything, and I was like, do you need some help? And he's like, yeah, sure, I guess I'll have some help. So I picked up, I helped him pick it up with one of the bags. I walked into the Hyatt Hotel, talked to him a little bit more about a lot of other things and everything, and just was so happy to meet him. And he was really nice, and I know, for me personally, I feel really bad, but I know he gave it to me, so I need to accept it. But he also gave me another thing he created, which it's also on the business card on the back side, called Banished. Right here is the book he gave me. Now, when he gave me this, I did not ask him to sign this or draw or anything like that. I just accepted it, and then bid him adieu and tell him to have a great day and have a great flight and everything. I've actually been reading this, and again, I'm hooked once again to this. This guy is so awesome to me, and I'm so happy to meet him. I'm so happy to meet so many people from Phoenix Comic-Con. But yeah, I think that's all I can really recap much. I can say on Friday I dressed up as Mo from Dance Central 2, or 3 if you want to talk about that, because the costume is in there too. I only had about 3 people recognize me, and they did take pictures, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna find them, because I didn't give them my name because I didn't ask. But maybe if I just look around Facebook in some weird way, I'll find it or something. But if not, I'll have a picture down below of what it looks like when it was taken in October of last year, because it was my Halloween costume. But yeah, on Friday I dressed up as Mo. I was going to do it for Saturday, but I thought, not really. It's fine with me. So I was just in my normal sort of get-up, whatever you want to call it. I went to a few panels, nothing really specific. Some of it was anime stuff. One was a dancing panel. One was like WTF Japan stuff. Hilarious stuff there. A lot of other panels that I kind of want to keep secret to myself. Not because I like mature, just myself. And mostly I just walked around, had nice conversations with a bunch of people, just able to see so many people around the convention floor. I felt really bad that there was so many stuff that I wanted to get there. Like I said, the Slightly Damned books I wanted to get, but they were $40 and I didn't have enough to really get it. You know, there was a lot of airsoft guns I wanted. There was a Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood skull I wanted. There was some artwork I wanted to get commissioned from a few people that were there. There was a lot of games I wanted to get, but they were very expensive. They had the Lunar game for the PlayStation 1 there. They had Parasite Eve 2. Where the frick are you going to find that? But, you know, I'm very happy at least. I went from $160 to about $13. And even though I have 13 from here, and then I got about 30 in my bank, that's still about $43. It's still good enough to at least do something while I'm still looking for a job. But I'm very happy about this. Comic-Con 2013 was so amazing. It's probably the only convention I'll be able to go to for a while. I really wanted to go to the Screw Attack one. I want to go to QuakeCon. I want to go to RTX. I want to go to PAX Fun, but that's sold out. I would love to go to San Diego Comic-Con, but I can't. And a bunch of other personal conventions. So there's a lot I want to do, but I'm not at that point where I have money to where I can just throw at it like a lot of other people I know. But I had a very fun time here. I had a great time meeting so many people that I can't remember all their names. Like all the people that weren't in booths, I mean. Some of them, again, I have on Facebook, but a lot of them I don't. And I feel kind of bad because I kind of wish I should have gave it away, but this was great. And what's going to suck is probably for the next few days I'm going to deal with missing going to it, because I just hate this town where I live, but it's what I have to deal with until I can actually move out. I'm going to shut up there because I think it went way too depressing. But yeah, so that was Phoenix Comic Con 2013. And my voice hurts, my leg hurts, my shoulder hurts, but you know what? It was so worth it. Thank you so much for watching, and you're welcome, and thank you to everyone I've talked about if you watch this video. And keep on doing what you guys do, and keep on going with everything you guys do. I have full support with everything you guys do. I love what you do. I love what you guys have done. You know, you're not, you and none of you guys were like the stupid people I know who try to push their absolute best to get me to like something when it should be my own decision. But it was so great to meet every single one of you. It was so awesome to see all of you, even though I'm kind of a nobody on YouTube and everything. But, you know, something will happen, something will not. I don't care. I enjoyed everything about it. Everything. And I think that's all I gotta say, because my throat is hurting like hell. So yeah, that is all I got. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. You guys have a great day, and maybe I'll be there next year in 2014. We'll see. Take care.